the shocking truth about Wilt Chamberlain's life after the NBA. When the player who scored 100 points in one game left the court, what happened to him? The difficulties, mysteries, and amazing turns that shaped Wilt Chamberlain's life outside of basketball will astound you. You can't afford to miss this tale of Hollywood glory, unforeseen hardships, and an inspiring legacy. As we reveal the little-known facts about one of basketball's greatest legends, stay tuned until the very end. Wilt Chamberlain's legend. Wilt Chamberlain's name is among the most prominent when considering NBA luminaries. He was more than simply a basketball player. He was a force to be reckoned with, a game-changer who revolutionized the sport and set records. Even now, Wilt's statistics continue to astound. He won several MVP awards, averaged over 50 points per game during a season, and scored 100 points in a single game. He earned a permanent place in basketball history with his legendary career. Even if his supremacy on the court is widely known, what transpired when his career came to an end? What happened to the man who used to seem so big? Beyond the records and the highlights, Wilt Chamberlain's life after basketball was a wild ride filled with difficulties, ambition, and reinvention that showed a side of him that many people had never seen. From the court to the world. In 1973, Wilt Chamberlain announced his retirement from the NBA, leaving a legacy that most players could only imagine. Retiring from basketball did not, however, mean losing the limelight. Wilt had never been one to be taken lightly, and he had no intention of becoming less significant. In actuality, Wilt used his retirement as a springboard to pursue his other interests and skills. Following his retirement, Wilt threw himself into a number of endeavors, demonstrating to the world that his skills went well beyond basketball. He started his own company, making significant real estate investments, and focusing on profitable entertainment ventures. Owning a posh nightclub in New York City, where socialites and celebrities congregated under Wilt's imposing presence, was one of his most audacious endeavors. The club was more than simply a company. It was a manifestation of Wilt's character, grand, thrilling, and unforgettable. Wilt also dabbled in Hollywood and landed famous TV and movie parts. He co-starred with Arnold Schwarzenegger in the film Conan the Destroyer, which is his most famous appearance. Wilt was a perfect fit for the big screen because of his charisma and commanding presence, which allowed him to tower over his co-stars. Wilt tried his hand at writing in addition to acting, penning volumes that provided insights into his life, philosophy, and contentious subjects, such as his well-publicized romantic life. But not everything Wilt tried went as planned. Behind the glitter and glamour, he encountered difficulties that tried his fortitude and exposed the difficulties of living after celebrity. The challenges beneath the smile. Despite his achievements, Wilt had difficulties in retirement. Adjusting to life outside of professional sports was one of the most difficult things he had to do. Wilt had to reevaluate his identity and purpose after leaving basketball, which had been his entire universe for so long. It was difficult for a man who had spent his whole adult life in the spotlight to regain a sense of normalcy. In terms of money, Wilt was wiser than many athletes of his day. He made prudent investments, buying real estate, and creating several sources of income. But he had to pay a hefty price to keep up his extravagant lifestyle. Wilt had to continuously monitor his finances because of his lavish spending on opulent residences, expensive cars, and ambitious business endeavors. Even though Wilt's earnings were substantial at the time, they needed to be carefully managed to support his lifestyle, in contrast to today's NBA players who make hundreds of millions during their careers. Wilt experienced emotional loneliness and isolation. Even though he was surrounded by friends and admirers, he frequently talked about feeling alone. Because of his exceptional talent, height, and exaggerated image, he found it challenging to build real relationships. Wilt acknowledged in subsequent interviews that he had to face these emotions head-on because of the loss of his basketball career. Although basketball had always served as a diversion, retirement forced him to confront his weaknesses. Wilt, the innovator. The basketball player Wilt Chamberlain was not only an innovator in the game, but he was also an innovator in other aspects of his life. Following his retirement, he was free to pursue new hobbies, and he did so with the same dogged determination that he had shown on the court. Volleyball is considered to be one of his most unexpected interests. Actually, you did hear it right. Wilt's involvement with volleyball was not limited to only experimenting with the sport. He went on to achieve notoriety in the profession and was inducted into the Volleyball Hall of Fame. His success in a sport that was quite different from the one he normally competed in was evidence of his amazing agility and competitive spirit. Wilt was also a pioneer in the disciplines of fitness and health before it became mainstream. He advocated for the benefits of leading an active lifestyle and eating a nutritious diet, and he spread awareness about the benefits of these practices. In order to demonstrate the benefits of adopting a healthy lifestyle, he used his own lifestyle as an example. He was able to keep his excellent body far into his senior years. As a result of his advocacy, Wilt has inspired a great number of people to prioritize their health, making him an ideal example for athletes and anybody else who aspires to lead a healthy lifestyle. A strong interest in social concerns. Outside of the court, Wilt's interest and brilliance drove him to delve deeply into philosophical and cultural issues. He was a giant not only in stature, but also in intelligence. Wilt frequently discussed racial injustice and the structural difficulties African Americans experience. He spoke to audiences with provocative ideas and unwavering honesty, using his position to push for change. Wilt's candidness occasionally caused a stir, but he never held back from speaking his mind. Wilt also explored philosophical issues related to happiness, success, and life. He devoted a large portion of his later years to contemplating the nature of success and the demands of meeting expectations. Wilt is not only a basketball legend, but also a thought leader in his own way because of his introspective side, which showed a depth that many fans never noticed. The unexpected difficulties of growing older. As Wilt became older, he was forced to deal with the undeniable challenges that come with becoming older. It was challenging for a man whose physical power had always been the distinguishing quality of his personality to come to terms with the gradual decline of his physique. Once apparently unstoppable, Wilt began to struggle with health difficulties, such as heart trouble, which finally contributed to his death in 1999 at the age of 63. One of the causes of his mortality was heart trouble. When the news of Wilt's passing was announced, the entire globe was shocked, and basketball fans all over the world were crushed. On the other hand, his legacy continued to motivate people long after he had died away. The fact that Wilt was able to manage his fair share of successes and setbacks with grace and resiliency was evidenced by the fact that his life outside of basketball revealed that he was a diverse individual. The legacy outside of the court. Outside of his time spent playing basketball, Wilt Chamberlain had a significant impact on the world. After leaving the National Basketball Association, he had a life that was a testament to his innovation, persistence, and determination to make a meaningful effect on the world. It is safe to say that Wilt's influence extended far beyond the realm of basketball. Whether it was through his ability to inspire others to lead better lives, his advocacy for social issues, or his dominance on the volleyball court. Today, his story serves as a reminder that life outside of the spotlight can be just as significant as time spent in the spotlight. Wilt's path was true, unfiltered, and packed with lessons about accepting change, overcoming hurdles, and leaving a legacy that would continue to influence generations to come. Despite the fact that it was far from ideal, Wilt's journey was genuine. Concluding remarks like his basketball career, Wilt Chamberlain had an extraordinary existence off the court. He demonstrated to us that greatness is about how you change, adapt, and keep making an effect long after the cheers have subsided, not simply about what you accomplish in your prime. Don't only think of Wilt's 100-point game or the innumerable records he broke the next time you hear his name. Consider the man who took on life's obstacles head-on, repeatedly remade himself, and created a legacy that still serves as motivation today. In your opinion, what aspect of Wilt Chamberlain's life outside of basketball surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments section below. For more amazing NBA stories that go beyond the game, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the upcoming video.